yes, it's hard to shoot a film in Saudi Arabia. It's a very conservative place, and cinemas are not very one of the art forms that they celebrate and we celebrate in Saudi. But it's also a very rewarding experience to be able to shoot a film there and to make a film a lot about my childhood. Like I went to very much similar to that school. I went to government school and I come from a very small town in Saudi Arabia. So just to be able to film that was a very rewarding experience for me, and I feel very grateful for everything happened surrounding the film. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. Yeah.
To what extent is it autobiographical, and also specifically, how did you find the girl who played Wadjda?
Well, I come from a very liberal family. We are very much a small town. I'm one of 12. My father and mother come from very also small town people, but for some reason they're very liberal. I've never lived typical childhood of a Saudi girl where I cannot do things. When I wanted to be a filmmaker, I didn't feel like family, becoming and taking a profession like that. It's not very acceptable in Saudi Arabia. But my family, especially my father, never said you cannot do it because you're a girl. Never put a ceiling on my dreams, and this never happens in Saudi Arabia. But I grew up very typical. I went to that school and I saw a lot of girls. My classmates never had the same chances. They had a great potential. They would have been changed the world if they ever given the chance. And that film is a little bit about them, not about me, really. But yeah, I went through the whole system. So. Saudi girls are not allowed to be on TV, or taking a career in film is not something. It is considered corrupt and immoral in conservative families. So it was hard to find the girl. And we looked a lot. We looked in the east and west of Saudi Arabia, and it was only a week before the actual filming. We were panicking, the producers and I, we couldn't find the girl. And all of a sudden, Wadjda Muhammad came in, rocking this curly 80s style with headphones, listening to Justin Bieber. She did not speak a word of English, but still she was part of all this teenage movement, and that was fascinating. So we knew that's her. And I wanted also a person who can recite, beautiful voice, and she has this amazing voice. It has vulnerability and still very she delivered all what I like, and during the audition she was amazing. So it was a clear choice.
And how does a filmmaker grow up in a country with no cinemas?
Well, yeah, cinemas are not allowed, but DVD rental and film, we don't know a lot about French cinema or Iranian cinema or art house in general. All what we see is Hollywood and Bollywood, Egyptian cinema. That is what I grew up watching, really. But I'm fascinated. I was fascinated with film, especially with the emotions. You go into an emotional journey, especially with American films, where really you get this kind of powerful medium that makes you feel things that you never ever imagined that you will feel. And that is how I fell in love with cinema, with film. And after later on in life, I started educating myself and watching more serious films and trying to catch up with the rest of the world. We have Rutana Studios is one of the biggest in the Middle East, and they are Saudis, and they're very much pro the film and they want to show it. Saudi Arabia, of course, we don't have theaters, and it's illegal, so they will start to show it in the Gulf, like Bahrain and UAE and Qatar. But it will have a TV release, a wide release, so Saudis will see it, most of them, on TV. But the word is a lot of Saudis now want to see it, so they'll travel to go and see it in Bahrain. It's a little sad that they cannot see a film that is about them and shot in the country and everything. They have to travel all the way to another country to see it. But yeah, it will get there, hopefully. Yeah. In Saudi Arabia, they think because I am a woman and I make films and I appear on TV and I don't cover my hair and all that, I'm a very polarizing person. Like some people really like that, and some people are very much, they think I threaten their values. But I'm also, as a filmmaker, try to work within the system. I try to because I think change has to come fundamentally in the country, and it grows from the roots. And I want to make a film that Saudis can embrace and see themselves in and change a little bit in their hearts. And so I'm always I don't try to be too controversial. I don't try to threaten their value as much as they think, but as much as I try to move them. And for example, we always talk about women issues, and it's a big thing in Saudi, but they never seen it through a child story. It's put a human face on an intellectual debate and make them feel. Maybe a father will see this and will feel for their daughters and give them more rights. And I believe change has to come. Should it touch people on a personal level so we can see it? The authorities did not create problems. In Saudi Arabia, there is especially in Riyadh, there is a vibrant drama scene, TV productions that happens on daily basis. And we were shooting right before Ramadan, and Ramadan is the high season for TV, so they had lots of shooting and lots of locations going on around Riyadh, and that made us we didn't stand out. We were just it's another project that is going on. But it wasn't a smooth sailing, I shouldn't say it, but not from the authorities. When we go outside to shoot, it's difficult. People don't like cameras because they are conservative, and they think that, and Western crew, I had lots of German crew also, so it is sensitive. And some places, the landscape is amazing. We had to shoot there, but it is a very conservative place, so people will come and chase us out, and we will come back. But it was an amazing experience. As I said, it was difficult, but it was very rewarding at the same time. And shows the country is changing. Saudi Arabia is changing, and we had permission. And police sometimes in busy places, they will come because we had permission and we can give them notice. So they will come and block some streets for us to film and everything. So it is not the authorities, but I would say people are a little bit still, they're afraid of cameras and art in general. It's a very conservative place, so they censor a lot of things, even Disney movies sometimes. So it is not because they want. It's because they have set of rules, and then they have to do things. But I hope they don't. I tried not to have anything that is too controversial or that is not. Yeah. So I hope not, but well, we don't know yet. We will have to see next year. Of course, there's hope, and that is why there is a huge potential in Saudi for girls, and I think there is a window for change, and we need to capitalize on it. And Saudi women sometimes are reluctant because the society is very vicious when women are trying to get their rights, but I think it's very important to empower them and give them inspiring stories so they can, future. They should change their future. They should make it their own, create their own destiny.